Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to a new news video on the channel. Zii Jia manages to do a massive upset against Momota, beating him for the first time in his career in 2 straight games. Ahead of the tournament, Zii Jia complained about being a lot under pressure. A lot of people keep comparing him to Lee Wei, and he feels like he has problems handling the pressure. But I'm sure this time the Malaysian fans will be very happy with Zii Jia. Speaking of All England, earlier Simon Neville unfortunately was forced to retire in the match against Mia Blichfeld due to an injury. Gillian Clark commented during the match even that she hopes that this won't be the last time they see Simon Neville playing the All England, but she feels that just might be the case. Simon Neville has struggled in the past few years to reach her top form, which brought her to world #1, and hasn't really gone past the quarterfinals in many tournaments. Massive drama and a big scandal. Recently there was spammed "Stop All England", #unfair, "This is your fault BWF" all over social media on badminton player posts, especially players from England, since Indonesian fans are angry at the All England Badminton Association and BWF because the Badminton World Federation decided to withdraw all Indonesian badminton players from the All England tournament, even those who won their first round, because one passenger was tested COVID positive and that passenger was on the same plane as the Indonesians. Also, a Turkish player was withdrawn as well from the All England due to the same reason. Not just the fans, the Indonesian players themselves were very angry at that and posted various posts on social media complaining about that. For example, multiple professional badminton players from Indonesia posted a picture of BDF and said BDF official must be responsible. Here you can see Kevin Sanjaya. Sensni Sika Anthony posted a picture also of BDF saying must be responsible. Marcus Fernaldi Gideon from Indonesia even posted a statement. He said, "Tonight we're in shock to hear the news that we, Indonesian players and officials, have to withdraw from All England due to an anonymous passenger tested positive for COVID that brought the same flight as we did. It have to be taken to notice that BDF has failed to organize this matter. Before the flight, all of the Indonesian team have been tested negative, and we were also being retested by the time we reached the hotel. Some of you may notice that the game today was delayed prior to 7 positive cases they found in other team members. After they've been retested, the results were all turned negative. So why don't we also have the same justice here? And if there are strict rules for entering the British area due to COVID, BWF should have enrolled a bubble system that guarantee our safety. Players should have undergone a quarantine before the event. To be fair, the person who has been tested positive should have undergo another test, because truly we have no faith anymore in the COVID test they ran, because as you can all see, all the 7 positive cases can turn into 7 negative cases in just 1 day. Marcus Fernaldi Gideon posted on social media. He's referring to multiple members from other nations testing positive. For example, the Danish coach who was tested positive, and then almost all Danish badminton players would have been forced to withdraw, but he tested negative after he was allowed to retake the test, and so Axelsen, Antonsen and the other Danish players were allowed to compete in the tournament. So a lot of Indonesian players feel massive injustice, as well as the fans. In return to the Indonesian uproar, BWF released a statement. They posted on social media, "The UK government's National Health Service NHS did also communicate notice of the required self-isolation to Yigit from Turkey, with BDF and Badminton England receiving confirmation early Thursday morning GMT. Both BDF and Badminton England would like to clarify that the decision to enforce Indonesian team players and entourage and now Yigit to self-isolate for 10 days was made independently by the NHS Test and Trace Service." BWF goes on and says that they are not responsible for that the British government made the decision, and they feel very sad to withdraw all Indonesian players from the tournament. I can totally understand the Indonesian badminton players and Indonesian fans, why they're angry. I would be angry myself, like you travel all the way to All England, then you get tested, they got even vaccinated before the tournament 2 times, so that means that they are immune to the coronavirus. This would give even more reasons to let them play, because they already got vaccinated twice. They're immune to the coronavirus, so they're not a threat to other players or civilians. So in my opinion, the UK government made a massive mistake, because you can of course restore players when somebody is tested positive, but not if the entire team almost got vaccinated and tested negative. That means that they got vaccinated, no threat to other people, and they got tested negative. So it was kind of mind-blowing to me to hear that they got withdrawn although they tested negative and were vaccinated ahead of the tournament. Not all Indonesian players were vaccinated, but in my opinion it would make sense to restore the players who got not vaccinated ahead of the tournament, but they should have allowed Indonesian players like Henry Setiawan to participate in the tournament because they got vaccinated twice ahead of the tournament, which makes him immune to COVID-19. Yesterday, Vittingus violated BDF rules in a funny way. He went on court with a jersey which spelled Vittingus on the back. Instead of Vittingus with a V, it was spelled with a W. This is an offense according to the BDF regulations, and he might end up having to pay $250 as fine. Vittingus, maintaining his humor, said, "I didn't check the spelling when I picked up the shirts on Friday, as I have had the same guy printing my shirts for 5 years. I did not expect him to suddenly change the way he writes my name." After the massive drama where a lot of Indonesian players were withdrawn of the tournament, Anthony Sinisuka Ginting calls out BDF, demanding an establishment of a regulation which allows players to safely compete in a tournament. Ginting wants to establish a standard COVID-19 by law, which includes the health protocols of the different countries where the tournaments are held. This way he wants to ensure that all players who go there, who abide by the COVID-19 law, who abide by the rules, are made sure or guaranteed to participate in the tournaments. I personally think that's a great idea because you need regulations and all that. A passenger got tested positive, you got tested negative, but you're still not allowed to play even though you got vaccinated. In my opinion, that's bullshit. That's way too complicated. They need to abide rules for everyone, where everyone who abides by the law, by the rules, is allowed to play. That's it for today's news. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, consider giving me a like and subscribing to my channel, and I see you guys in the next video.